Well, welcome to the show. I have to begin today's show with a point of sad news. Godwin Avenorgbor, the Grandmaster, formerly of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the man who made GAR radio effective for all of us growing up. Godwin Avenorgbor also did some incredible work with interactive media. He set up, back in the day, morning shows that broadcast from communities around Accra. Godwin Avenorgbor has passed to eternal glory. A very famous journalist, broadcaster, and news reporter for Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, one of the pioneers in interviewing and all of that. Together with Cyril Akolache, they held the fort, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, and made it a must-watch for people who like news and current affairs. And also, Monday morning radio was consumed by the towering image and the unmistakable golden voice of Godwin Avenorgbor. May Big G, as many people call him, rest in eternal peace. I was very disappointed to hear the news because last week I was very excited when I saw him attend the GJA, where I believe that they brought in the veteran journalists to meet with all of them. I didn't tell my producer to get the photographs. I'll show it to you later on in the program. But the sad news is that Godwin Avenorgbor has passed to eternal glory, and his footprints remain for all of us to copy. One of the most decent current affairs broadcasters that you can have, a real pioneer in the industry. May Godwin Avenorgbor rest in eternal peace. Okay, good evening and welcome to the show. Tonight, I have a very interesting session with you because I'm going to do something that you do not expect that I will do. Given all what we have been doing here, tonight, I'm going to be agreeing for the first time on a political issue, a very, very touchy and sensitive political issue. On that matter, I'm going to be agreeing with the NDC chairman, Johnson Asiedu-Nkatia. If you've heard him in the news today, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't want this photograph now. You hold it. I'll come to that. I'm going to agree with Johnson Asiedu-Nkatia on a very naughty political point that has been making the rounds in the news today about the Peace Council. I'm going to agree with Asiedu-Nkatia, and I'll show you why. You know that we always come with that. So let's get to the touch screen and start our production tonight with your comments on our social media page. So this is the text that we put up. Now, we put up this because we're quite late in bringing it out. I don't know whether some of you saw it. You noticed that by 5 o'clock our flyer is out. Today it was getting late. So when you see the generic, it just means that we were very late and we didn't have enough time to plan well. So we always have a generic photograph that goes for it like that. So yes, so we said 12th August, Youth Manifesto launch was Mahama Day. 18th August, NPP Manifesto launch was Bawumia Day. And today is Good Evening Ghana Day. So we're going to have comparative analysis. Now, why do we say we're going to have comparative analysis? Because Lawyer Abba is going to be in the studio, the spokesperson for the MPP presidential candidate, Mahamadou Bawumia, who is also the vice president. Lawyer Abba is going to be in the studio to tell us how we should understand the things that Bawumia said in his manifesto launch. And we're going to ask him a lot of difficult questions tonight. We've already been sending some of those questions to him. So that's where we all mean by comparative analysis. Political analysis is also going to come on. Now, we're going to take John Mahama's youth manifesto, and then now we're going to bear out the analysis. We didn't get time to do it on Thursday. We're going to bear out the analysis based on general information, and we're going to synthesize everything that he said, ventilate the issues, and cast our verdict on each of the promises that John Dramani Mahama made in the Youth Manifesto. We'll commend him where commendation is due. We'll remind him where what he's saying is a repetition, and then we'll point it out to him where social media never forgets, bringing up some things that sometimes make the things you say today fairly unbalanced. We'll talk about that. That's where we have political analysis. Campaign 2024 continues unabated, and we're going to get deeply into that, into what's happening in the campaign. This is Good Evening Ghana is live. Join us on the show. Now, what did you say about this? Okay, Felix Donko said, the indefatigable Paul, the warrior whose sole weapon is the facts and the facts again. Interestingly, his opponents still don't know that you cannot destroy facts with insults. The insults only confirm that they lost the debate even before it started. Whoa, Felix Donko, thank you very much. How do you write so many nice things about our show? Oh, we are so grateful. Suleiman Ibrahim, did he reply? Yes, there was one reply which we haven't captured. Ativo Charles Epiphany. Charles Ativo says, the last apostle Paul of this generation We are with you. Touchscreen is the way. Daniel Avenorgbor says, Brother Paul is one of the best journalists. He is the one of those wise men who follow the direction of stars to find Jesus. Hey, Daniel Avenorgbor. Brother Paul, God will award you abundantly. Our enemies can't wait to watch you performing. Oh, wow. These are so encouraging. The words of Daniel Avenorgbor, Tivo Charles. Let's wait for the dangerous ones to come. Amadou Abdul Jaliwu says, can't wait for this night. Insightful discussion. Paul, you remain the most impactful and inspiring journalist within the annals of this country. Sophia Idi says, we'll be glued to my seat live from Pennsylvania. Hey, Sophia Idi. And Amadou Jaliwu is in Ghana. Sophia is in Pennsylvania. Sophia, are you voting for Kamala Harris or you are voting for Donald Trump? Pennsylvania is coming up as one of the most important states. You know that Governor Shapiro lost the running mate. Last night I was enjoying the Democratic National Convention, and it's important for me to announce at this stage that Good Evening Ghana has Professor H.S. Sikanku live at the Democratic National Convention. He's going to begin his broadcast from tonight. So on Thursday, we'll send you some videos from what he's sending to us by the kind courtesy of Metro TV. He's over there to give us a live coverage. Not a live coverage, but a report on the DNC activities over there. We'll get to that. So, Sophia, if you see Dr. H.S. Sikanku in Pennsylvania, tell him that we are waiting for the report. Asamoah Aye says that the most authoritative program on TV. Paul, keep on sharing the good news. And Emmanuel Williams Yidana says, Paul, you are always my favorite journalist. Can't wait to see your fantastic analysis on the touchscreen. Hey, where are the dangerous ones coming? Okay. Walenkaki Joseph said, the manifesto of the MPP is just the best to tend to our dear country Ghana into a country of possibilities. I have no doubt that Apostle Paul will do justice to the issues. Their so-called youth manifesto was just another comic show, he says. It's possible with DMB and NAPO 2024 treating to the incoming member of parliament for Navrongo Central, Alhaji Abdullah Otito Achilewo Walenkaki, thank you very much. Joe Gate, certainly not the former attorney general. No, it's not him. But Paul Gate, I should be saying, I said Joe Gate, I don't know why. I read Paul as Joe. Paul Gate says that I don't joke with my Tuesdays and Thursdays. Paul, keep on the good works you are doing for Mother Ghana. God richly bless you. Thank you, Paul Gate. Moferi Freeman Suguruman says that give them more light today. Diligent Paul. DMB's manifesto contains simple, doable things that the ordinary Ghanaian aspire to see. It seems the job is done. That is why they are still not able to respond meaningfully to that delivery. Patiently waiting for you, Apostle Paul. And then Fred Mayweather Jr., hey, that's interesting, says, can't wait for some knowledge to be impacted. Aside, Isaka Emmanuel says, may God bless you and give you long life to continue educating we the young ones. We are proud of you. Most journalists these days come on TV with bitterness and not issues. Mr. Paul, you are a precious gift to Ghana. Thank you. Aside, wow, every comment is positive. What's going on? Kennedy McDonald Okai says that this is the show I never want to miss. It's a treasure trove of intellectual discourse where facts reign supreme and propaganda is nowhere to be found. Unlike other shows that resort to denigrating and attacking the hard-earned reputation of individuals, this show excels at educating, entertaining, and informing its audience. Its commitment to truth and respectful dialogue is truly refreshing. Thank you very much. Producer couldn't find negative comment. I think today was quite good. Anyway, we'll get into the details. Thank you very much, all of you, for sending us texts and for watching our show and for joining and helping us also to educate people. It's not everything that we share here that comes from us. Sometimes viewers send me something and say, can you put this on the show so people will see it? And we always do, especially our viewers in London, those who have been sending me the text. Hello, how are you? And I'm sure that you are still enjoying the London summer weather. Okay. Today we are very busy at the beginning because we have an interview. Let's now get to the Media Foundation for West Africa. Let's get that story out first. The Media Foundation for West Africa story. So viewers who were excited that Kwame Karikari's organization, which is led by Suleiman Brahma, are beginning to look at, and they do that all the time, Media Foundation for West Africa. I've been doing this for a long time. And they put this together, and we were looking at it with, we're looking really, really importantly at it. Now, they're looking at people radio stations, television programs in this political season that are sort of creating insulting content to their political opponents, whatever. They identified my friend Kweku Bobie as the most guilty, the first accused. Unprofessionalism, that the report says, pro-NDC host Bobie Ansan tops as the worst offender of abusive language. Media Foundation for West Africa monitoring the month of July. Why is this so? These are the kinds of things that shouldn't happen. We shouldn't have media. We shouldn't even have the Media Foundation for West Africa going into that kind of business. It just means that there's a real canker in our media. It just means that there's a real denigration in our media. It just means that there's a real drop of standards in our media, where Media Foundation for West Africa will be looking at insults. We are going to do a research. They spend money on it. They find reporters, they find young people, monitor the radio stations and look out for insults. They shouldn't even find some. They shouldn't find. But here they are. They found so many of them. Kweku Bobie Ansan is being cited as being the one. And they said that most of them are pro-NDC. I'm not so sure how they came to the conclusion. Perhaps it's from the narrative and the things they say about NDC and the things they say about NPP. They come to the conclusion that it is the pro-NDC people who are doing the insults. It's a call to you, Sami Jemfi. It's a call to you, Sami Jemfi. It's a call to you to tell President Mahama that if we want to build a society and not build any political party, because no political party can stand if there's no Ghana. No political party can stand if there's no society. And therefore, we first build a society. Politics is a competition of ideas. You can make your argument however you want to make it. If you begin to descend to insults, it just means that you have not had the intellectual appreciation to be able to speak on politics. And you just are angry about something and you have nothing to say, so you have to insult. That's what Bobie Ansan was found for. That he was the most insulting person. And this is Media Foundation for West Africa, which includes Manasseh Azuri, Suleiman Brahma, Kwame Kaikai, who may not be very friendly to Akufo-Addo and his government. But here they are doing a research report. They have to show fidelity to the facts. And in showing fidelity to the facts, this is what the report brought up. I am more disappointed. I have not heard media discussing this. Joy FM, ZFM, ZFM, they are not discussing this matter. Bobie himself is not discussing it. Civil society, it's a problem. You see, today you might think it's about Akufo-Addo. But if this is how we want to build our society, when we're growing up as journalists, Media Foundation for West Africa, if they conducted this research in 1997, they won't find anybody insulting. If they conducted it in 2002, they won't find anybody insulting. But they do it in 2024, and they find so many of them. Let me show you the document. This is the report. It says, Ghana's 2024 elections, monitoring of indecent language on radio. This is the full report. Look at it. Look at the work that the Media Foundation is spending money when the money could have been spent somewhere else. They come to a country, or they take a country and a capital or some states, and they are looking for radio stations that are insulting and that are also publishing unsubstantiated allegations. Why should Media Foundation for West Africa be even able to find it? But here they found so many of it. And GJA, National Media Commission, Multimedia Group, everybody should be concerned about this. But because it is political, it's an election year, and it has named a certain political party whose supporters is said to be the worst offender, no one is talking about it. But this is the most essential thing about how we grow our media. If the media is the fourth estate of the realm, and it is the most important of all the four estates in the realm, as was said in Versailles hundreds of years ago, that of the three estates of the realm, the judiciary, the executive, and the parliament, the media, the fourth estate, is the most important because that's where opinions are shaped. And if opinions are to be shaped, and it has been shaped in Ghana since independence, the independence struggle opinion was shaped by media. The Evening News and the Statesman. We have said that many, many times on this program. Is that how we are allowing our media to denigrate into people, insulting and creating unsubstantiated allegations so that a civil society organization finds money to go into media, and they find so many examples like that? Here we go. So they've named the programs Citizen Show, Bobie Ansan, Insulting and Offensive, Unsubstantiated Allegations, Provocative Remarks, Insulting and Offensive, This is the list. Insulting and offensive, Why? Why do we have this? And people think it's okay. All the important people in media, Media Foundation for West Africa, have not held a press conference about it. They, the Media Foundation for West Africa themselves, have they held a press conference and published it and urge other people, information ministry, to have a look at this. Shouldn't people be sanctioned if you have been identified? Of course, all the term pattern requires that you should be given the opportunity to defend yourself. Can't the National Media Commission call the Media Foundation for West Africa and call the people who have been accused here to sit together and say that you have been accused of it? Let's hear your version of the matter. After that exercise, should the Media Commission not have power to punish, at least to pronounce name and shame? Nobody is talking about this report where they say that media people are insulting and that a lot of them are NDC media. Nobody is talking about it. NDC, let's get our acts together, yeah? Let's not do this. This is Kuku Bubi. It's saying, Bibi Aboko there. Minya. And let's be intellectual about our work, okay? It's a competition of ideas. You vote for John Hammer. Somebody will vote for somebody else. There's no problem about that. Let's compete on ideas and stop this insult and insult. It won't take us anywhere, and it will not even give us longevity. It will not give us longevity, okay? I'm passionate about the media because this is my work. Who else is on it? Listo Walana Kusi Poku is the second on the list. Mugabe Marse is the third on the list. Anthony Nukpenu is the fourth on the list. Ransford Boache is the fifth. Sixth is Gabriel Asiedu. 7 is Ohineba Boama Beni. 9 is Samuel Hunto. 10 is Nana Obri Boahe. 10 is Solomon Kwe. 11 is Kwabna Frimpong. 12 is Kwabna Sapon. 13 is Martin Luther Paul Yandom. And then, so viewers, you see, when they talked about unsubstantiated allegations and insults, Good Evening Ghana was not mentioned. And we are not delighted about that because we know that we don't do that. We don't come here and make unsubstantiated allegations, and we don't do those things. And we just compete on ideas, okay? Let's take the story, let's take the facts, let's look at the provisions of the law, and let's deal with it. So let's really be careful about this. I'll end the story here with Kuku Bobie's picture. Name and shame, Bobie. All right, let's get to our next story. Are we now ready with our Siedun Katia story, Mr. Producer? If we are, let's get on it. I was going to ask for the montage. No, I want the statement first, please. The statement first. Thank you very much. All right, viewers. Do they have the editorial montage? Do they have it? Can they get it quickly? I need it sometimes to ginger me up. If it's not ready, I'll just move. But they have it? 2 minutes time, they'll give me the editorial montage. I want you to hear the editorial montage before I get to the story. It helps me to warm up, warm up into the story. But my title is this: warmongering to promote a peace industry during elections must stop. Warmongering to promote a peace industry during elections must stop. We can't go on like that. So the editorial montage is ready. It's ready. Give me the editorial montage. Ghana, we now have freedom. And here is our Good Evening Ghana opinion. Warmongering to promote a peace industry during elections must stop. I have been listening to the news today, and I've heard Johnson Asedun Katia. He says that he's not going to sign the peace agreement. And he gives his reasons for not wanting to sign the peace agreement. Thank you very much. This is the story. NDC won't sign 2024 election peace pact. Asedun Katia. Yes, Johnson Asedun Katia says he's not going to sign the peace agreement. He's not going to sign it. He will not sign it. The reasons for which he says he will not sign it, I may not agree with all the reasons. But the fact that we should stop this peace thing when election is approaching, I agree with him. We should stop it. What are we preaching peace about? We have been in Ghana. We have had 32 years of democracy. We have gone through processes upon processes. The reason why we have peace in Ghana is not because we've been signing peace agreements. That's the fundamental thing I want to come to. We don't have peace in Ghana because we've been signing peace agreements. We have peace in Ghana because we have been very quick at reforming our electoral laws. Election after election, we have reformed the electoral laws to bring the election to near reality, near serenity, and near incorruptibility. That is the character of our election. And that is where the money should be spent. That is where the idea should be. That's where the talk should be about. Not that somebody should come and sign something. So we began with opaque ballot boxes. Then we moved to transparent ballot boxes. Then we moved to photo ID card. Then we moved to electronic biometric registration. And then we have put laws together. We have laws specifically designed to protect people who want to file an election petition, whether at the parliamentary level or at the presidential level, at the polling station. The Electoral Commission is going to go to Parliament, as they do every time, with a constitutional instrument. It will detail what should happen at the polling station. Ghana has some of the best electoral laws in the world, thanks to everybody, thanks to civil society, thanks to Parliament, thanks to our electoral commissioners, Farijan, Charlotte Osei, and the people there now. All of them have made suggestions. Kodio, all these people have done so much work to ensure that our electoral processes are near sacrosanct. Punishment is available. It is predictable. In 2016, I was called by a foreign agency to report on a matter in the election. It was about a village called Esiama in the western region. So when the call came to me, I went to Esiama. This is 2 days or so after voting. Everything was clear that Akufo-Addo was going to win, but there was a problem in Esiama. So I went to Esiama. The Minister for Tourism was the lawyer for the matter, Andrew Mesa, the Honorable Mesa. He was the lawyer for the matter. This was a matter in which there was conflict about the counting, the recounting of the ballot. It was in this meeting that I found out that, in fact, in Ghana, the law is actually clear for parliamentary elections. Ballots can be recounted twice at the polling station, at the collation center. Ballots can be recounted twice. In fact, if you want to count at the polling station, you can count once. If you still want to count, you have to go to the collation center and register that I want to do another count. They will count it again. If you need to count it the third time, I learned in that meeting that it has to be by an order of the courts. You cannot count a third election at the collation center, so that if the presiding officer were to allow a third counting at the collation center, it is illegal, null and void. It has to be ordered by a high court. I was very impressed with the law that day. I said, oh, wow, this is interesting. So the conflict was about a parliamentary candidate who wanted to initiate a third count at the collation center, and the resistance was that, no, we cannot do this because the document says that if you want to do a third count, you have to do it by a high court. So every process in our electoral laws is detailed as law. The punishment is there. Everything is predictable. How to challenge somebody who wants to come and vote. If you go to the voting center in the morning and somebody comes up and he wants to vote, you can challenge him. Even this fact of people photographing their ballot paper and go and give it to the MP so they collect money, laws have been prescribed against it. What else should we sign? Peace Council, what should we sign? We will not sign anything. And this peace industry that they bring, every election, war is coming, oh, we are going to die, oh, people are changing their money into dollars, people are walling their land, people are trying to run away. What is all this about? We have been running a democracy for 32 years. We have fought elections in 08, 012, 16, 20. We are still here. There will always be election. Let us stop this peace industry. It's worthless. I agree with Asedu Ketia. We will not sign anything. But we are tired. What is this peace industry? Once in UK voted recently, there was no warmongering. They went to the polls, they voted, they finished, loser has lost, winner has won. Americans are about to vote. American election is more feisty than ours. Donald Trump was shot recently. That is how feisty American election is. But they finished the ballot and everybody is gone. Of course, if I go to the ballot and I lose, I will not be happy. But that's all I can do, express my dissatisfaction. But the dissatisfaction must be based on the fact that I was cheated. And if I was cheated, the Ghanaian electoral system will bear it out. It is very clear to see how you have been cheated. That is why we have seen parliament, courts, change the winner of parliaments. And we have seen people being challenged in court and they have won. We have seen 2 election petitions. Both of them was lost by the petitioner. And it is okay. We have gone through all this. Now we are in 2024. What else does peace industry want? What do they want? We will not sign any peace agreement. We will not sign it. That's John Dramani Mahama there. Listening to the verdict that defeated him in election 2020. What happened? Did he take a gun? Did he take stakes? Did he do anything? After the court, he went home and told his people that we have lost. We will fight another day. That is the spirit that has guided us. It's because the laws that we have enunciated in Ghana, thanks to civil society, as I said, thanks to people like Odile, the man, the great lawyer who died, a VCRC crab, people like VCRC crab, Dr. Bafwa Jimandua, Jima Buedi, they have worked so hard to give us this process that we have. What else does the peace industry want? Every July of election year, they start blowing trumpet. War is coming. What should Asedu Ketia sign? What should he sign? How do you want him to sign something before the verdict is given? If the verdict is given and Asienu Nketia has a problem with it, the laws decide what he should do about it. We will not sign anything. There will be no warmongering. Our children will not be afraid of election year. We will go and vote and nothing will happen. Leave us alone with your peace, peace, peace. We will not sign anything. Asienu Nketia, I'm with you. We will not sign. Let's go for the election. We just have to have the processes right. Voters registration has been done. Can people find their names in the register? Electoral Commission is developing ICT systems where you can check on your phone and find their names on the register. It is working. Instead of spending that money on this peace, sign, they will go and take Asante Hini to KNUST Hall in 2012, and then they will bring everybody. Come and sign what? Where is the threat? Why are we signing anything? Where is the threat? Show me the threat. Where is it? There's problem in Boku. Peace Council, that's where you should be. Go to Boku and solve what has become the intractable difficulty with the opinion leaders over there. Go to Boku and solve it. Leave Asienu Nketia alone. He will not sign. We will not sign. Nobody will sign anything. We are going into the election. We'll fight the election. The winner will win. The loser will lose. We will not sign anything. Christmas time, we will have party. Ghana will continue. If we have anything to do, let us get back to the election laws and strengthen it. We have had 2 successful election petitions. Somebody won, somebody lost. Nothing happened. Leave us alone. We will not sign. Show me Dr. Akwete and Kwesi Pratt. And let me tell the story. This is Kwesi Pratt Jr. This is Dr. Emmanuel Akwete, the founder of the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEC. Now, I'm telling you this story, which is an old story, of course. Most of my stories are old. Forgive me. In 2012, I was invited by Joy FM to host the election programming. Decision 2012, they called it at the time. And in one of the programs, a very heated debate ensued between Kwesi Pratt Jr. and Dr. Akwete. Kwesi Pratt, as of 2012, this is more than 10 years ago, he was concerned that every election there's this peace industry and they are shouting, well, nothing is going to happen. So that's what he said. He said, Paul, let me tell you, nothing is going to happen. We will vote and the winner will go home and the loser, nothing will happen. Dr. Akwete and his people are creating this war so that they will have a peace industry. We won't allow them. Nothing will happen. This was 2012's election. Kwesi Pratt prophesied in the studio. Dr. Akwete took offense, of course, that Kwesi Pratt was alleging that they, civil society, want to make money from it, and he was quite brutal. Kwesi Pratt also took offense and told Dr. Akwete in his face that he has been part of struggling for Ghana's democracy. We have crossed that threshold. They should stop the warmongering. Every time there's election, warmongering. Asienu Nketia will not sign anything. He won't sign it. I don't agree with Asienu Nketia on many things. We all know that. We've been having our own. He's my big uncle. I respect him. But we don't agree on many things. The other day when we met at the Kumasi airport, they'll put a photograph over there. So I was in the Kumasi airport and I've showed this photograph before. And then he walked in and I said, is that General? He said, yes, it is me. I said, but General, you see me here, you didn't even say anything. He said, oh, don't bring yourself. You go and sit on the TV and Then we had our chit-chat argument, argue. Of course, it was an argument. This, you won't do this, Akufo-Addo has done this, why are you not telling Akufo-Addo, all of that. And then we took a photograph nicely and I put it up here. So I disagree with my uncle on many things, but on this one, I am with Asienu Nketia. We will not sign. We won't sign it. What I don't agree with him is the litany of the 6 things that he put out about the basis on which he will reconsider his position. He said that he's taking us back to Ayawaso West Wogon. He said Ayawaso West Wogon, they should go and bring something and something. Then he said some people, unfortunately some Ghanaians, may they rest in eternal peace, who died, lost their lives tragically in Techiman for the 2020 election. That should never happen again. Nobody should die because of election. But Asienu Nketia wants that matter completely investigated and prosecution began before he would think about signing. He listed a few other things. If you Google it, you see 6 of them. These are the 2 that was most interesting to me. And I don't know whether I agree with him on that or not. But what I'm saying, where I agree with him, is that this peace industry that is created every time there's an election, there's war, something is going to happen. All you want, sorry, you lost the election. That's what it is. There's no point of him signing anything before the fact. He will not sign and nobody will sign Peace Council, go to Boku. There's a problem there. There's an intractable difficulty about how the Boku people will live in a peaceful society. You need to resolve that. Go and get a document and advise the government that this is what has to happen in Boku. That's what is important. Look at the areas of Kintampo. There's conflict in Doma versus the monarchy in Ashanti. There's all kinds of tensions in there. Peace Council, go and call Domahini, ask him what his problem is. Resolve that issue. It took Otu for how many years to resolve the Dagbon issue? He is a better Peace Council than Santehine and Anamoneo. Peace Council, go to Boku and stop worrying Asedu Ketia that should sign anything. As for the election, Bosman Asari will handle it. Everything is done. The standards are there. He will do a good job. Nothing will happen. The winner will win. I am going to vote for one person, and I know that he will win. The other person who may not win, he will concede. Maybe he won't concede. Sometimes they don't concede. These days, sometimes they don't concede. But thankfully, the processes does not include a concession. The processes after the voting, that leads to the inauguration, has no space for concession. So if he doesn't concede, no problem. But that's all he can do. He can decide not to concede. But that will not change anything. Peace Council, leave us alone. Go to Boku and solve the problem. And those who are waiting to create a peace industry, go and blow trumpet. War is coming. War is coming. War is coming because of ballot box. We will not allow you to say that. Our children must be like American children, must be like British children. Election is coming. It's a vote. We'll fight it. We'll finish voting. We move on. Next time, we'll go and fight by-election. If there's by-election at North, we'll go and fight it. The winner will win. The loser will lose. Another election will come again. We'll fight it. The winner will win. The loser will lose. That is the beacon of the African democracy called the Ghanaian democracy. Thanks. I have to repeat, civil society, especially CODIO, CDD, all of these people, Imani, who have done such great thinking to advise the Electoral Commission, the IPAC, Inter-Party Advisory Committee. These are the heroes of our democracy. Inter-Party Advisory Committee, Ghana Journalists Association, civil society. These are the heroes, and the Supreme Court. These are the heroes of our democracy. Let us not undermine the work they've done by every 4 years we come and blow trumpet of war is coming, and then we should go and sign peace pact. We will not sign anything. End of story. We won't sign. Ghana is a peaceful country. We will vote, we will fight, and there will be unity. Give me the song again. J Maji. Give it to me. This song talks about unity. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, so that's our story. Please, peace industry, you leave us alone. Go to Boku and deal with it. Samira Baumia is celebrating her big day today, and let's see the video. See the video from her office earlier today. Have a look at the video. Okay, this is Samira Baumia on campaign. Second lady, happy birthday. God bless you now and always. Now, viewers, can you tell me what you see about this photograph that's significant? The lady cheering Samira Baumia is wearing another jersey from the other team. She has an apron in her neck which says, "Vote for Alan Kojo." And then she's saying Oseye to Samira, who is not Alan Kojo's party member. I think the voters collect some of these things and enjoy it. They collect the t-shirts, they enjoy it, they collect, they are entitled to it. They collect it. So sometimes they are unaware that what they are wearing on top is not depicting what is in their heart and in their mind. And that's what happened here. But Alan is a Ghanaian. He's also a former member of the MPP. So that's okay. Samira has magic. She has a magic wand. She can pull Alan supporters and make them more excited about her than they are about their candidate whose t-shirts they are wearing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This photograph is the policeman that excites me. You see the way the policeman is smiling at the woman who is so excited. Quite elderly woman she looks. So excited to have seen Samira Baumia. I mean, you can't manufacture this, can you? You can't even see the woman's face well. The face that you see is the policeman. The police officer on duty is so happy looking at how this woman is excited seeing Second Lady Samira Baumia. I'm sure she's wishing in her heart that Samira will be First Lady. Inshallah, that is very, very possible. This is Samira Baumia herself dealing with the crowd. And she has this magnetic way of campaigning. We are yet to see her. And I keep asking the MPP campaign, but when is Samira coming? They say, wait, you wait, it's coming, you wait. I said, I want to hear that thing. Say, you wait, Samira is coming, wait. So we are waiting for you, Hajia, so that you hit. Oh, wow, this is an impressive door-to-door crowd that came to meet Samira as she was campaigning. And there she is in there, surrounded by some of her bodyguards and waving at the people. This man has squeezed his face, so the bodyguard is not taking chances. And this is more of the audience that Samira spoke with here on the podium with some of the party faithfuls of the MPP to address the audience. Happy birthday to Hajia Samira Baumia. Oh, wow. This looks like really genuine excitement. What did she tell them? That they are so excited. Whoa, these are the things that show the possibilities that the MP people are talking about. This is really, really interesting. Peace Council. Is there war in this photograph? When you see the NDC photographs, they look nice. MPP photographs, they look nice. Is there any war anywhere? So that I said, Keta should sign something. He won't sign it. We won't sign anything. Go to Boku and let's have peace in Boku. Election is fine. It's a competition. We'll compete and we'll go back home after that. All right, so yeah, this is another very impressive, very, very impressive. This is Accra somewhere. It looks like one of the castles. Is it Gamashi? I'm not sure where it is. They'll tell me in a bit. Okay, so she did some indoor meetings as well. There's Hajia sitting there resplendent in her attire, listening with rapt attention to some of the people over there. Here, she's addressing the women. She seems to be doing a very, very effective, quiet campaign, dealing with women from all over the country. Samira Queens, they call them, women of substance, women empowerment. Next First Lady 2025 in Poho constituency. It is possible, they say. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love the way the youth are interested in the decision making. This must be the chief. And the chief's palace welcoming Samira Baumia over there. Oh, all of this is glorious. Happy birthday, Samira Baumia. Oh, wow. The old man is very excited, shaking the hands of a woman that he is wishing, I believe, in his mind that this, inshallah, will be the First Lady. That's very, very possible in 2025. Samira Baumia on the podium, I believe, with the parliamentary candidate for the Ahanta West constituency. And in Ahanta, I believe this must be in the Western region. Oh, wow. A lot more photographs of Second Lady Samira Baumia meeting people in some of these structures, and they all come in with rapt attention to listen to Samira. I think that's very, very good. And she's telling them about the manifesto. She's telling them about the hope of the manifesto for young people, etc., etc. Agba will be telling us a lot more about that later today. Let's take text messages on what we've done so far now, and then we'll take a short break. When we finish, we come back, and Agba will be joining us in the studio. We've taken 15 minutes of his time already, but we'll be taking him on very, very soon. Text messages first. Who should I start with? Fatih, what are people saying?
All right, thank you, Paul. So Hamdan Abubakar here wants to wish Madam Samira happy birthday. He says, happy birthday to our awesome and second lady, Samira Baumia. May Allah continue to bless you and grant you your heart's desires. Now, Dash Tenkon says, a country which aspires for development starts from education. When you educate your citizens, you educate the nation. Thank you, NPP. Now, Kweko Poku says politics must mean something for the people. Ghanaians need a solution through good policies to the current happenings. No insults, no propaganda against NPP manifesto policy will win this election. Both Democrats and Republicans in America are running an issue-based campaign, patiently waiting for the NDC to open their manifesto. Now, Hamdan says, in a nutshell, the NPP's launch of manifesto tells how serious and ready they are to move Ghana forward. Manu Ruyara says the NPP manifesto is a symbol of hope to the good people of Ghana as the next president, Dr. Baumia, is set to take up the mantle of leadership to continue the good works. God bless the next NPP government. Now, General E.L. Como says, Paul, we agree that peace must not only be promoted during elections, but signing the peace agreement reaffirm your commitment to peace. It's like renewal of vows. PK says, this is the same thing I said. What at all is going to happen in Ghana as a result of election that warrants a certain peace pact to be signed? Now, Master Planner Jr. from Kentampo says the NPP manifesto is simple terms. It's called Problem-Solving Manifesto. In fact, Dr. Baumia is visionary. Ghanaians, let us trust and vote for him. He'll take this country far. Greetings to Nana Maduko, incoming MP for Keta North. And then lastly, coming from Manuel Daki says the NDC's propensity for engaging in insult is well noted, so the report comes as no surprise. It will be advantageous to them to adopt a more elevated approach by partaking in intellectual discourse and representing arguments, observing NDC journalists as the vanguard of casting insults and asserting unverified claims. What do you have for us, Anzapa?
All right, so from Shadrach, he says, happy blessed birthday to the second lady of our beloved country. From Fauzan, he says, no justice, no peace, 2024. Charles says, I agree with you, Apostle Paul, nothing would happen in Ghana. Atta Bernard says, Paul, you've said it all. The Peace Council should go away with their hypocrisy, trying to solve problems when there is none. From Kelvin, he says, Paul, you are too much. McCubs Ghana says, your analyses are evidence-based. That's why they always try to attack you personally. They have nothing to say and they are on tenterhooks right now. Bertrand says, happy birthday to the affable and beautiful incoming First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Haja Samira Baumia. May Allah bless her with many more fruitful years, filled with happiness and success in all her endeavors. Lastly, from Wilberforce, he says, today, Dr. Alhaji Baumia commissioned the Agenda 111 District Hospital in the newly built District Assembly Block in my hometown at Akim Achiasi in the Eastern Region. In Tunanado and Dr. Alhaji Baumia, the Achiasi man say thank you. We shall reward you come December 7th. Long live NPP and long live Ghana. Antoinette, over to you.
Yeah, so still on the launch of the manifestos, Freeman Shuguruman says, DMB's manifesto contains simple yet durable things that the ordinary Ghanaian aspire to see. It seems the job is done. That is why they are still not able to respond meaningfully to that delivery. Patiently waiting tonight. Isaac Kam says, comparing the two frontline contestants, which are Dr. Baumia and Mohammed's campaign, one is not left in doubt at all, that the latter, which is Mahama, is tired and the earlier he chicken out, the better for him. Now, Joseph says, the manifesto of the NPP is just the best to turn our dear country into a country of possibilities. I have no doubt that Apostle Paul will do justice to the issue. Their so-called youth manifesto was just another comic show. It's possible with DNB and NAPO 2024 treating to the incoming Member of Parliament for Navrongo Central. Onyame Bapediako Senior says, Gradually, our elections are moving from campaign of insults, lies and propaganda to issue-based campaign, and we owe it to programs like Good Evening Ghana for shaping the narratives. Kweku Opoku says, politics must mean something for the people. Ghanaians need a solution through good policies to the current happenings. No insults or propaganda agendas against NPP manifesto policy will win the election. Both Democrats and the Republicans in America are running an issue-based campaign, patiently waiting for the NDC's manifesto policy. Kofi Chaymin says the NDC's so-called youth manifesto is a kid's play compared to the NPP's bold solution manifesto launch. The NPP's was inspired and put together by patriotic men and women with Ghana's best interest at heart, a manifesto for a better Ghana indeed. And lastly, Abdullahi Abdul Razak says the manifesto presented by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia on Sunday represents the bold solutions for jobs and business, and he adds it's possible. Over to you, Angelo.
Right, because we're in election season, the campaign talk is very, very frequent from our viewers. We have Obama from Kweku saying, now that we NPP, this is Obama saying, now that we NPP have presented our manifesto filled with fantastic policies such as the Common Fund for Assembly Members, Ghana's first program, $100 fintech money to boost digitization, free university for persons with disability, tax amnesty, tax harmonization, and other super policies. The NDC elements are at liberty to copy and plagiarize any part they want, but the original lies with Dr. Bawumia, the godsend. We also have Kabiyesi watching us from Sekondi saying, I must tell, magical Dr. Bawumia has done the NPP manifesto launching with precision and style. His social pledge to the nation gives hope to the youth and all and sundry. Voting for such an industrious son is not only a national call, but also a godly duty. This is what Kabiyesi is saying. We have Ofori Benjamin from Kumasi saying, I want the NPP to win, and I think so, at least for consistency's sake and the completion of certain projects like the dualization of the Accra-Kumasi road. However, you people should do the needful before December 7th, though. He continues, like recruiting graduate teachers before next academic year begins. Otherwise, the least said about that, the better. This is Ofori Benjamin. We also have Mauli K watching us from Adina saying, Paul, the fourth estate's accolade must be earned, and the Ghanaian media has not earned that accolade. These days, and he mentions a certain media network whose name I won't repeat, these days, such network are the masters in mis- or disinformation, especially when it comes to NPP, specifically Dr. Bawumia. Please check their X posts and see how they turn ABC into A plus B plus C. This is from Mauli K, from Medina. That's it from me, Paul. Let's go on with the show.
All right, so let's take a short break. When we come back, Lawyer Abba will be joining us shortly, and then we'll do some analysis of the John Mahama event and a few other things. There was a video that we came across that we'll share with you about, just to alert Avenorgbor, the NDC parliamentary candidate in K2, I believe. Some chiefs were very unhappy. I hope the translation has been done. We'll share the video with you and then a few other things. And then Agba will take the chair to bring us what happened in second day Takrade. You can't miss that. You know, Lawyer Abba is a very smooth speaker and he's very articulate as well. He has a very interesting way of sharing some sarcasm when he's talking, and we are looking forward to a great interview with Agba. He's going to talk about Bawumia's manifesto. So if you do have questions, please send it ahead to our social media page, Good Evening Ghana Official. Our social media editors will sieve it out, and we can have some 7 to 10 questions from our social media viewers for him tonight on the show. After the break, Good Evening Ghana continues and is live.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with your phone too, with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bet. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot. You always get way more with Betway.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway. Get way more. Are you looking to own a prime piece of litigation-free land where you can put up your dream family home or your ideal getaway retreat within a luxurious estate? Then look no further. Welcome to Rehoboth Hills, where your dream of hassle-free land ownership comes to life. Acquire land devoid of multiple purchases, litigation, and land guard issues in a safe and secure gated community while enjoying the fabulous night view of Accra from the serene Ebri Mountains. Rehoboth Hills offers spacious plots that provide you with the ideal setting for your dream home and a valuable, safe investment for your future. The lands are located in the prime area of Ayarifa within our residential development Rehoboth Hills, overlooking the city of Accra and the Ebri Mountains. Our prices are very affordable and designed to fit your budget. We offer flexible payment terms, ensuring that you can invest in a valuable asset for the future. Contact us on 0244 764 499 or 0204-950-810 or visit our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com. Rehoboth Properties, quality housing for all.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244-726611 or 0591-565-778. This advert is
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fat missy way.
The Pacho Bantama.
Machasi.
Her smile, the fresh breath.
Me Jidi said we used to Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind.
Cal 360 toothpaste.
That's Kia. Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim jom kasan.
Cal
360 did the work. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
And you will see so feeling when you know Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This
is one of the many.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone.
Lakoha, it's a missing opportunity to be the luckiest. It's time to put some smile on your face. Still asking what luck means? At Luckiest, we believe it's more than just chance. It's joy waiting to happen.
Let's go.
Dial star 712 hash. Now password to tickets not as a group, individual and as a community. Now participating in the Luckiest from the 1st of July 2024. Grand draw near 30th November 2024. Luck is everywhere with the Luckiest. The Luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform and is not for persons below 18 years. Terms and conditions apply.
Yes, straight to business. Lawyer Abba has taken his seat. Now, on the 12th of August, John Dramani Mahama launched the NDC Youth Manifesto, a novel arrangement where the manifesto is launched for the youth only, different from the main manifesto, which the NDC said we should expect at the end of this month. Apparently, it's going somewhere in the central region. We'll get details of that later on. So this is entitled The National Democratic Congress, The Pledge, John Mahama 2024 Election Pledge to Young People. Let's begin with some of the high points that we picked. President Mahama talked first about extend free SHS to cover students in private senior high schools. Okay. That's an idea that President Mahama shared. This is President Mahama who says that he's going to extend free SHS as it is. As I keep saying, and I'll keep reminding NDC that they are not the originators of free SHS. They tried to take it, and then we have stopped them from taking it in because we are on the side of truth. We haven't won any battle against them. We are just on the side of truth, and truth always wins against deceit and lies. So they know that it's a lie that NDC initiated free SHS. It's a lie cooked in hell. They are not going to say it again. But somehow they endorse the free SHS policy, don't they? Suddenly they do. President Mahama's promise to extend free SHS has a missing gap in it, in all honesty. This is President Mahama, who is here to tell us his true idea about free SHS. All the records in the past show that he's been against free SHS. He said that several times. He said that it's not a good policy. He said that it's a policy that is too early because infrastructure should be built, that he began building infrastructure towards developing a free SHS. He said that free SHS cannot spend 2 billion. If he had 2 billion, he will not spend it on free SHS. This is in 2020's election. He also said that Ghana will not do free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. But suddenly in 2024, ignoring all what he said in the past, comes and says that, oh, the free SHS, I will extend it to private schools. Do you believe it? Do you not believe it? It's entirely up to the voting public. But this is how we have to check our people who are telling us what they want to do for us. If they have to come and tell us something and they have a history, and we have to check with their history, nothing bears out more a politician than his history. This is what President Mahama said. One of the videos about free SHS, which you have seen before. Have a look.
Saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. Saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. Saying
many mistakes have been made with free SHS. That may also not be true because Rwanda and Kenya, we know, have come to Ghana to borrow Ghana's free SHS, and they are doing it. So this is President Mahama's view of free SHS. He's entitled to it. We're not saying it's wrong or right, but this is a trajectory. He's looking for our vote. He's looking for our social contract so that he will take over our responsibilities, powers, and authorities. And can we trust him on free SHS? Your guess as good as mine. Send your text message, because that's what he said. He said he's going to extend it, something that 4 years ago, this video you saw is 2020, it's 4 years ago. And he said, we will not implement free SHS on the whims of the desperate politician, etc. And many African countries have made mistakes. So what has changed? President Mahama is entitled to change his view. There's no question about that. But he has to come to that junction that I have changed my view. That is the honesty and fidelity that we expect from politicians. And that's how we'll go forward and we'll become like Britain, like America, like Canada. There's fidelity because the journalists will remind you that this is what you said, whether the journalist is on your side or not. They'll remind you that if I'm President Mahama's person, I'm working for him, I'll tell him, Mr. President, you have to bring us to the juncture where you can say that this was my view on free SHS, that view has changed, and this is where I stand today before you begin the promises. Let's move on to some of the other things that President Mahama said. Students' loan scheme without a guarantor. President Mahama apparently promised in the youth manifesto that he's going to introduce a students' loan scheme without a guarantor. But have a look at this. This is 8th June 2022. Dr. Bawumia in his Facebook page says, I launched the no guarantor students loan policy at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi on Wednesday, 8th June 2022. The policy was a promise made by the Nana Akufo-Addo government prior to the 2020 elections to make tertiary education accessible to Ghanaian youth, especially graduates from the highly subscribed free senior high school program. With no guarantor student loan, the cumbersome and restrictive scheme of students providing Senate contributors as guarantors before they could access student loan for tertiary education has been abolished. NDC communicators, when you were putting the document together, did you suppose that people will not know that this is there? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we are running a campaign, we're running an election. There's so much President Mahama can say. Why do you always make him look ridiculous? Why will President Mahama promise something that has been delivered in 2022, already delivered by his opponent, finished, done, then he promises it in his youth manifesto? But why? Sami Jemfi, Omani Boama, Joyce Bauer, as Felix Ofosu Kwache, Shamima Muslim. What is going on? Don't you know? Can't you just Google something small and know that this promise that you are asking the candidate, the former president, to make has been achieved? It's not that it has been promised already. It has been promised and it has been implemented. Then they go and get him to put it in his manifesto, something that has already been done. Why? Why? Oh, no. This is more graphic online. Relief for students. No guarantor loan policy launch. 10th June 2022. We are sitting in August 2024. And the presidential candidate of the opposition, the former president, is promising something that is already part of government policy. Abba! But why? Why is the candidate being made to look ridiculous? Why? Why? What is wrong? There's so much President Mahama can say. So much. Why must he be saying these things? He can either say that he will continue, he can say that he will expand it, but to say that he's going to introduce it. Okay. No academic fees for first-year students. And that's an important one. Before I come to the video, that's an important one. That one is new. But this is my point about policy. So if you initiate a policy for students, F-Cube, began by Rawlings, implemented by Kufuor. F-Cube was begun by Rawlings, as a matter of fact. Began by Rawlings, implemented by Kufuor. Okay, in terms of the ideas, the thought processes began by Rawlings, implemented by Kufuor. Free SHS is Akufo-Addo's policy. Now, when Akufo-Addo started free SHS, can you imagine if he had said that I'm going to do free SHS first year only, so that when you go to second year, you will pay. Then when you go to final year, you will pay. How does the person go through a policy? Because it's one block of school, SHS, senior secondary school. So Akufo-Addo said every year is free. We start from first year. So those who started the implementation, year 1 is free, year 2 is free, year 3 is free. It's been free since then for the last 8 years. Now, if you finish free SHS like that, secondary school, you can go to the police and work. You can go to the immigration. You can get a job around. If it's polytechnic, it's even better. If you get to second university and President Mahama says only first year is free, if you are truly from a poor background, like most of us came from at that time of our lives, most of us came from a background that was really poor. And if you can't pay first year, can you pay second year? What is the mechanism in place for second year? It requires a lot more thinking to be able to have a policy. What policy is first year alone is free? Then what happens? Then the people who finish SSS, who know that they cannot pay first year, they cannot pay second year, decide to go to police. They are in police already. You go to first year, you finish first year, you cannot pay. What happens? You can't have a policy like that. Please, Imani, you are a policy analyst. Tell them that you can't have a policy that is in the middle, halfway. Its trajectory is truncated before the end of the scheme. The scheme is for university education. Before the end of the scheme, the policy relief should not be truncated. You can't have a policy like that. It's an incorrigible policy. It is an incongruous policy. What kind of policy is? So after first year, what happens? I'm at a loss. Are they just taking advantage of us because they think that we won't think? Are they taking advantage of us because they think that we will not research? Are they taking advantage of us because they think that we don't know? They think that we are some people who don't think, so they can come and tell us anything. Can you go and make this announcement in Britain? When you are campaigning as Labour Party Prime Minister, you are going to campaign in Britain and tell them that first year will be free, and they won't ask you any question. Civil society, you are not asking NDC any question about the policy. Frankly, Kujo, I saw you put up stuff about Dr. Bawumia, which is great. You are asking him how he's going to achieve certain things, which is fantastic. What about this policy, this incongruous, incorrigible policy? What does it mean? First year is free. Well, let's see what they said about it. There was some clarification. Snowballing in the system between Sami Jemfi, who is national communicator and youth organizer, as to what the policy actually means. By the time they finished discussing the policy and got the president to say it, they had not even thought about a single communication to announce the policy and what it means. Have a look at the 2 videos. First, I think Sami Jemfi.
If you are going to a public tertiary institution, nursing training, college of education, university, polytechnic,
so if
and let the next year see that it is not possible, we would show that, we would demonstrate that it is possible.
Maybe first we can get some understanding of the general rules around it. So it will be the academic user fees, not the residential user fees, and it will be for all first-year students in government-run tertiary institutions. Is that correct?
Public universities.
Public universities. Okay. So does that include the technical universities as well?
No, currently it's for the public universities. The technical universities are not part, but going forward.
I like those things they put behind the videos. So Sami Jemfi says technical universities are part of it. Every tertiary nursing training is part of it. Pablo, the National Youth Organizer, says no, it is only the public universities. Cape Coast University, University of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Science and Technology, Ho University, University in Sunyani for Natural Sciences. That's the sheer little confusion. It is a little confusion, but it is terrible that a political party that has 4 months to say that they want to be the government in waiting, a single policy about free tertiary level 100 fees is signaling a big confusion in terms of the clarity of the policy between Sami Jemfi, the national communicator, propaganda secretary of the party, and George Opariado. How do we move forward with this? This has nothing to do with John Dramani Mahama. It has all to do with the preparation of the people around him. Omane Boama, the people. The people around him is the preparation. How do you feel when you do a policy like that? The man is going to announce it. You come and script it, that this is how we are going to communicate it. This is the communication line. It means this, it means that, it doesn't mean this, it doesn't mean that. Straight after the show, Sami Jemfi saying something else, Pablo is telling Joy FM something else. We don't want that. Okay, John Mahama promised to cancel what he called the obnoxious teacher licensing exam. I'm not so sure the reasons that were advanced to cancel the exam. These are people who are teaching our children. We want them to be on top of their toes. Doctors write licensure exam because it is important for them to do that. So when we go, they don't inject me with something for malaria, for typhoid, and confusing himself because they are an essential service. Teaching our children is an essential service. The government says that we want our teachers to be on their toes. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC say because they want to win election, they want to get the teachers who don't want to write the licensure exam, promise them that when we come, you can sit at home, you can reduce your standards, and you'll still be fine. Ghana must be angry with that. Ghana must be angry with that. If there's a soul called Ghana, that soul must be distraught about a political party wanting to take the reins of government and say that the standard of teachers should be lowered. It is a crime against the children and the unborn children of Ghana that the National Democratic Congress will say that the teachers who are going to teach the children, we want them to be ill-prepared. That is a crime against the Republic of Ghana, and everybody should recognize it. Can't you see it, viewers? A political party says that the teachers who want to teach the children, we don't want them to be on their toes. We want them to have low standards to teach our children for the future of this globalized world. John Mahama, this is sad. You can't say this. Now look at the worst of it. If it was such an obnoxious policy, why do we have this one? Graphic Online. New teacher licensure exam starts 2016-2017. This story is September 21, 2016. John Dramani Mahama was president of Ghana. If it is such an obnoxious policy, why did the policy advisors to John Mahama decide to initiate this in 2016? And then if another government comes and is implementing it because of vote winning, Sami Jemfi tells John Mahama that the teachers don't like the licensure exam. Or do you think the doctors like it? But they have to write it all over the world. Teachers write licensure exam in UK. They write it in America. They write it in Canada. They write it in Russia, in China, in Japan, in Singapore. They write it all over the place. And that's why those countries are what they are. The teachers who are going to teach our children, they shouldn't write licensure exam. They should write one exam at a training college. He will teach for 22 years. No more licensure exams. Really? As for 24-hour economy, you, Sami, 24-hour economy, they said, President Mahama explained, he says it means one job, 3 people, and 3 shifts. So I don't know whether this kind of job is part of the 24-hour economy because we are already there. But it means that we will do, the other guy who was on the PCF, you heard him. So if you are working at Barclays Bank, so 24-hour economy means that it's your job, but 3 of you will do. So when you close, another person comes, another person comes. What is somebody come to do at Barclays Bank at 11 p.m. to do banking? What is he coming to do? Who is going to come to the bank? Anyway, Manasseh Azuri has something to say about it, didn't he? Play the video and let's be wrapping up. Play the video.
John Mahama is talking about the 24-hour economy where businesses are working. 8-hour shift and all of that. These messages are not drumming home.
What have we been able to do with the 8 hours? We have not been able to fill the 8 hours with productivity. So for me, the 24-hour economy is not a policy, and I've written about it. Aliza Hotel operates 24 hours because there is business. If you go to a printer who prints, if there is work, nobody will tell the printer to do 24 hours. They will do it. If there's no work, they'll shut down their machines and go to sleep. Some hospitals operate 24 hours. You cannot go to the ministries and tell them to operate 24 hours because you want to introduce a 24-hour
You think policy. That will not work?
So that should be a byproduct of development and productivity that would compel people to want to spend more hours, high different shifts to work.
That's the end of our analysis of the Youth Manifesto. The NDC people some NDC people were not happy with the Keta North chiefs. They were very angry about something. Show the video, let's see, and let's hear President Mahama's apology. He actually rendered an apology to them. Let's see the video.
NDC, NDC, la Keta North, he is a deciding factor. Na people NDC aduji ko aduji, ba ma aduji ko ma aduji. me a tweet about record by ko ko dam to 92 ka ba sere be ko a vote ko ko la fi ka ka ba former president never me a tweet me a hiawo ala me a tweet me a hiawo ala akpa ko me ada anyara ka meli me ti chon to le fi won to ko me sha masi abe me no bobo ni mi ofu ka ba sere gbe bi ka no fi ya ona bo tan ko ka va bo mi va agbona mi ka le fi ya e bu ya so bo ba ne rally ground na ne ba ale san na ba no ba do ma ko du to na va yi ni ka na ba wona na jo me ke yo bo le to to wa le na pa san wa ma le na mo ka ka le ka mi fu bi o mi e fa ya ma ye ma ta mu shang mi akone ma na ma ta kola ta akpene mi a weva e ma to bi agro men ka ka do mi apo former president alo ale kula la awo ka agba abati na relation ka akpene mi.
So those of you who don't speak Ewe, you saw the translation. But yes, President Mohammed's apology, which was rendered later on. Have a look.
I want to also comment on a story I heard about snubbing some chiefs. No, we didn't snub any chiefs. It was Ehi, and Ehi was supposed to be a community engagement. There was nothing on the schedule that showed that we're supposed to visit some chiefs. Somebody must have communicated that to the chiefs, but everywhere we went, the regional chairman was ahead, and if he knew that we were supposed to call on the chiefs, he would have taken us to the chiefs. So somebody must have communicated to them, but it definitely was not on our schedule. But I still want to apologize to them. I hear they waited for several hours, and that when I come for the mop-up, I will particularly target Ehi and visit the chiefs so that they feel contented.
Now to Takrady. Let's begin with Miracles Abba. Just 17 seconds video. Have a look.
Somebody sent me a WhatsApp. I was asleep, but they woke me up. The WhatsApp simply read, "Hey, Miracles, Hajia Samira is a very, very dangerous campaigner. Very, very dangerous campaigner. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the second lady and the incoming first lady of the Republic of Ghana, Hajia Samira Bawumia." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hajia, we appreciate you. We thank you. We see you. And we see all the good work you are doing for this party.
That was Miracles, a very dangerous guy. He's more dangerous than Samira. See more of Miracles' introduction on Saturday. Have a look.
Kugludu. 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 Talk of boldness. Talk of innovation. Talk of creativity. Talk of a leader who cares about his people in times of difficulty in spite of the challenges. The man who will go down in history as one that has made life easy, made dreams possible for millions of Ghanaians across this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who has set the pace of possibility, the man who has sent the wave of possibility, the man who has made it possible for every single member of this party to believe that it is possible for a political party to win a third-term elections. The man who has kept millions of young people seated behind their TV watching us this evening because he has given them the right to dream and to believe that everything is possible. The man who is known for bringing free SHS to Ghana. I introduce to you the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The man of the moment, the man who is shaking the land that the NDC are afraid of this man. Please, put your hands together for the running mates of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 elections. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. We thank you for the energy. We thank you for the inspiration. All we are saying is that don't stop. We are behind you. And we are all the way through this journey with you. Thank you. There always comes a time, a moment, where one leader emerges out of the lot. And like they always say, when God calls you, He gives you the grace. This man clearly has the grace of God. And everything seems to be falling in its right places. In the next few minutes, he will be presenting to us a manifesto prepared with love. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, join us to acknowledge the presence of the Vice President, the leader, and the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the digital man, the wasted, the economic messiah, the man who is leading us to election 2024 and to the victory ahead of us. Your Excellency, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we acknowledge the leadership you are giving to us in times like this. We believe with you in leadership, we are going to break the edge. We are going to win a tight-term elections to move Ghana to the level we all aspire to see it. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ.
I heard Dr. Bawumia talk at the event, and in this seconds of video, he was talking about his achievements. Often people say he's a liar, he said he'll do this, he hasn't done that. He took time to express himself on some of his achievements. It was very poignant. Have a look.
I believe that as Vice President, the policies I have championed or initiated have impacted or will impact the lives of virtually every Ghanaian. I have, with the full blessings and support of my boss, promised and delivered on many groundbreaking policies that are happening for the first time in our history. These include championing the Ghana Card, Agenda 111, e-pharmacy, Ghana.gov, one constituency, one ambulance, Zongo Development Fund, paperless ports, motor insurance, database, renewal of NHIS on your mobile phone, Ghana card number as your TIN number, SNID number, NHIS number, zip line, delivery for drones, gold for oil, gold purchase program, and so on, and so on, and so on. Through, ladies and gentlemen, through the successful implementation of these policies, I have proven to be a problem solver and a promise keeper.
I wish all our presidential candidates can talk like that, because President Mahama has been president before, Alan Chamatin has been the longest serving trade minister of the Republic, and the other presidential candidates. I wish they could say that when I was this is what I did. I'm hoping that the youth will hold them onto that standard. When you were this, what did you do, and why should we believe what you're saying? That's what Dr. Bawumia is saying. Let's take a final word from Dr. Bawumia, and then we go to the interview. What did he say in conclusion?
Dear Ghanaians, what I have presented today are just highlights of our manifesto. There are many more details and policies that are found in the full version. I implore you and entreat you all to read the full manifesto. This manifesto we are launching today is a manifesto of hope, a manifesto anchored on bold solutions to usher in the golden age of good governance and accountability, and a manifesto of possibilities, focusing on quantum leaps in jobs and prosperity. Our positive mindset is built on a strong track record of innovations and achievements. Unlike our friends who regard every life-changing policy proposal as impossible, we in the MPP see possibilities. We innovate, deliver, and prosper. I mean to deliver for you and your family, for your future, for your business. Indeed, Bawumia means business. I thank you for your support, your prayers, and with God's guidance, we can win together. It is possible. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, and God bless our homeland as we launch our manifesto. We launch our manifesto. We launch our manifesto to the glory of God.
Dr. Bawumia talked about presidential debates, didn't he? You know what's happening in presidential debates, isn't it? What did he say? Let's look at it. What did he say about presidential debates? So they put something. They'll put on the screen right now, and we'll deal with it. It's coming. Yes. So Dr. Bawumia said that, ladies and gentlemen, if there was any doubt, I believe it is crystal clear from the data-backed accounts we have given that our overall performance and track record are superior to that of my opponent and his party in virtually every sector. But I believe as a former president and a proud student of history, he knows that that is one part of the reason why he's avoiding a debate. The other part, of course, is about the courage and confidence to put what he intends to do differently this time around with the power he seeks, side by side to the vision I have for Ghana and the clear roadmap to getting the work done that we are presenting to Ghanaians. So Dr. Bawumia was talking about the debate, and Johnson Asiedu Nkatia again has stated that he is not going to release his presidential candidate, John Dramani Mahama, to do a debate. Asiedu Nkatia was asked a poignant question on Joy FM. Why would you not let John Mahama do the debate? This is what he said.
Mr. Nkatia, I'm grateful that you stay with us, but I need to ask you why your party is running away from holding a presidential debate.
It is a completely worthless exercise. So we don't think that it will serve any purpose at all. The reason, my guiding principles are two. Don't debate an idiot and don't debate a liar. So any of these two who tempts me for any debate, I ignore them.
You're not calling by this the presidential candidate of the governing New Patriotic Party an idiot and a liar.
No, I'm not saying the two must fit one person, but when you look at the two categorization, you see that he's a liar. That one is something nobody can contest. I'm not too sure whether he's an idiot, but at least I'm sure he's a liar. So, in my capacity as the national chairman, I have made it very, very clear to our flag bearer that we are not going to engage in a debate with a liar. It has been said by ancient sages that never debate a liar because they believe in their lies. And so you can't win a debate against a liar. So don't waste your time going into it.
There's a young man who was speaking at a station, some Trotro station, about MPP and DC. He said something that will really annoy Johnson Asiedu Nkatia and Fifi Kwete. Have a look. Listen to him.
40% and this in and for that 2 million I got to free. One of them in the class. One of them in here. What I got down, I got that the man ever mind this. 40% and this in here. About the one time.
You give me the understanding. It says that this election is easy. NDC will not even get 40% of the vote. Why should we give them our vote? 2 million children have been educated with taxpayers' money. Who doesn't have a brother in it, a nephew, an uncle, a child, a son. Every Ghanaian has benefited from it. 2 million people have gone to school for free. Why should we vote for NDC? NDC will not even get 40%. They will not get anything. The 2 million children that have gone to school is the reason why we are voting for Dr. Bawumia. 2 million children have gone to school. Listen to him again.
About 40% and this in and for that 2 million I got 2 free. One of them free in the class. One of them free here. But I can't see a down Ghana, I can't see a down man, ever mind this. 40% and this in about the half, about one time.
Good evening, Abba.
Yeah, good evening, Paul.
How was Takrady?
Oh yeah, it was nice. As Dr. Bawumia rightly stated, the momentum is on the side of the New Patriotic Party.
Is that true? The NDC doesn't think so.
Very true. And I mean, the clarity of his vision, the exciting nature of his ideas, and the captivating manner with which he delivered it to the Ghanaian people reinforce our confidence that the NPP is set to make history in December. And we are absolutely confident that we will do that.
Let me take one line of text, and then we'll come to you for a long conversation. You're talking about jobs. What did Dr. Bawumia say about jobs? Why should we believe him? What is digitalization? People say they are tired of it. It doesn't put food on their table. It doesn't make the price of plantain cheaper in the market. And then what is this to say Bawumia means business? If he means business, he should do the business right now because he's vice president right now. Fatih, what are people saying?
Okay, thank you, Paul. So this is coming from Niza Abdul, and he says, I'm marveled. The future is indeed full of possibilities. Manodaka says the NPP recently launched a manifesto of possibilities that seems to impact every sector of the economy, giving hope to the ordinary Ghanaian and resonating with the teeming youth. Also, Dashtin contains a manifesto of possibilities. And then lastly, coming from Jamfua, says the licensing exams is very important. Almost every profession in the US writes it, and you have to renew it like every 2 years. What do you have for answer about?
Okay, Abdullah is without any shred of doubt, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia is the man of the moment for the innovative and strategic thinking ideas, digitalization, jobs, and businesses. Let's rally behind a competent and adventurous leader to consolidate the gains made so far. From Yakubu, he says, please, I want to ask the lawyer for some clarification about the reduction on import dues of cars for teachers and nurses. Was it all health workers or only nurses? Because I heard health workers from Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, but from the internet, I hear people only speak of that of nurses. Lastly, from Kamal, he says, good evening, Apostle Paul. There's no cancellation in my candid opinion. He said he's going to make it part of the course outline at the end of the program year. The time of writing shows the different things. Antonia.
So Daniel is talking of the NDC manifesto. It says the NDC's decision to cushion tertiary level students when they resume power is a welcoming news actually. There is no better time to implement such policy than now. The multiplicity of the Ghanaian youth cannot wait to have JDM as president of Ghana again. However, cancelling teachers' exam is a way of just capturing votes, and that is below the belt. Such a comment from JM. And Mega says the youth manifesto for the NDC does not address the issue of nursing and teacher training allowances under the education section. Students in nursing and teacher training institutions should take note and make informed decision when voting on December 7th. Now, also Michelle wants to know what the university user fees are, because what is the policy based on when you say free? Does that mean when you go to the university you wouldn't pay anything? You would only need to carry your bags and the government will pay all your expenses? Can you kindly shed more light on that? Now back to you, Paul.
Yes. So let's come to Agba straight away. On jobs. No, first of all, the debate. Asiedun Katia says he's not going to debate Dr. Bawumia because he's a liar.
I think that it's an irony, but I would also comment briefly on the level of indecency in the language that the NDC is, signaling ahead of the December elections. I mean, it is a competition of ideas. And as much as possible, we should avoid raw insults. And you would expect that people like Asidin Ketia, who is supposed to be an example for young people like myself, would be conducting themselves in a manner dignifying of their age. It is reprehensible for me to describe John Dramani Mahama in similar light, because if for nothing at all, the aura of respectability associated to the office that he once occupied ought to be maintained. And I think that that same principle applies to Dr. Bawumia, because as I've been the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, he's currently the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, not for the New Patriotic Party. So he represents our nation, and regardless the heated nature of our politics, we must, ensure that there's some modicum of respect. And I was really disappointed in his choice of words. But if you say that somebody is a liar, a debate provides the platform to demonstrate to the Ghanaian people that your assertion is valid. And so for 7 years they have maintained that Dr. Bawumia has failed in their view in the management of the economy. They have raised a number of claims against him. Notwithstanding those claims, the NPP delegates decided to elect him as a presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. A presidential debate provides the platform for the NDC to vindicate the claims that they have made in the last 7 years.
Directly with him?
Directly with him. It affords them the opportunity
the full glare of the Ghanaian people.
With the Ghanaian people. It affords them the opportunity to say that, well, in our view, you have mismanaged the economy based on the data available. So that at the end of the day, you're able to prove to the Ghanaian people that for 7 years, the things that you have been saying are true. But unfortunately, they are not prepared to take up that opportunity and to demonstrate to the Ghanaian people that what Dr. Bawumia, what they have been saying about him is true. I think, rather, that our position has been affirmed, that indeed, when it comes to the management of the economy in the last 7 years, our record is superior to that of the NDC. And Dr. Bawumia is fully prepared any day to justify, on the strength of the data, that what we have been able to do in the last 7 years is far, far better than what the NDC was able to do. But if they are not prepared to take the opportunity to, vindicate the claims that they have made against Dr. Bawumia, it is for the Ghanaian people to judge. It is not a good argument to say that because candidate Akufo-Addo did not debate John Dramani Mahama, therefore John Dramani Mahama will not debate Dr. Bawumia. The essence of presidential debate is to provide the voter with that opportunity to evaluate not just your track record, but even the ideas that you are advertising, all right? Because through the debate, questions are asked, the ideas are tested, and so the voter is able to make informed decision. And I think that it is unfortunate that they have decided as a party that they would not afford the Ghanaian people the opportunity to evaluate these two candidates, their track records, and the kind of things.
But nevertheless, is Dr. Bawumia preparing for it? Because the IEA seems to be going ahead with it. And there may be other presidential candidates.
Well, I mean, the two main contenders, really, are John Dramani Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Whether you like it or not, one of them would emerge as the next president. And so their views on crucial matters affecting the Ghanaian people are very, very important. And I don't think that the other presidential candidates would be able to represent the aspirations of the Ghanaian people in this time of our national life. than the two of them. You know, Dr. Bawumia is ready any day that the NDC decides.
Would he
will
take an IEA platform even if John Mahama is not showing up?
Well, the campaign is yet to take a decision on that in the face of the NDC's position on the whole subject matter. But what I do know is that Dr. Bawumia, in the meantime, would be engaging the Ghanaian media, and it would be a thorough representation of our country. All the 16 regions will be present, and questions would be asked. His policies, they would ask questions on his policies, and he would provide explanations. I'm sure the journalists would ask questions about his track record as vice president and what he has been able to do. We believe that it is one of the platforms that we'll use to address some of the critical issues agitating the minds of Ghanaian voters.
How is he going to create jobs in the manifesto?
The manifesto is titled Selfless Leadership, Bold Solutions for Business and Jobs. It tells you that for the next 4 years, the priority of the NPP government under Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia would be to focus heavily on business and jobs. Jobs because it is a major concern for young people that after universities, the next is to look for an opportunity to work and to be able to make a decent living. And so jobs are issues that those seeking to be president from January 2025 should prioritize. And Dr. Bawumia clearly recognized that. And jobs largely because if you listen to him during his address, he said that consistently we have recited our achievements because track record, in his own words, is a significant predictor of capability and ability to do more. And so if you're promising young people that you would give them jobs, you would be able to create jobs through private sector-led initiatives. What is your track record in the last 8 years as a government? Have you been able to deal with the problems of unemployment? It is important to properly contextualize the unemployment situation. Sometimes many people forget that the freeze on public sector hiring did not start with President Mahama. You know, if you recall, I think somewhere June 2009, under Dr. Dufour, then finance minister, we approached the IMF, if I recall correctly, for some $300 million facility at that time. That was barely a few months after the Kufuor administration had taken us out of IMF. We went back. That facility came with conditions which included a freeze on public sector hiring. But it was not expansive in its nature, so critical public sector areas were excluded, health, education, and some other areas. But it was only under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama when he went for the second IMF program that this time it expanded to areas like health and education. So for the first time, we had teachers completing teacher training colleges and not getting posted. We had doctors finishing and not getting posted. We had nurses, you know, completing school and not, you know, there used to be that automatic posting policy. So the Akufo-Addo government came into office at a time that unemployment was a big issue. And for the first time, we, you know, a group was formed, the Unemployed Graduates Association, to advocate for the needs of young people who needed jobs. So that was the background. For 7 years, we have managed to create some 2.3 million jobs.
People are doubting that.
And the foundation of the doubt is weak, and I would explain why it is weak. Those who reject this number say that they have checked with controller, and the number of employees on controller's database, according to them, is a little above 700,000. But The weakness in that argument is that there are a lot of state agencies that are not paid through controller. You know, and so if you go to controller and you ask for their data, you will not find it there. And I'll give you an example. I'll demonstrate the accuracy of our numbers, and I'll justify why the argument is weak. I would give you an example of such institutions. If you take a place like the National Petroleum Authority, they are not paid from controller. You take Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, they are not paid by controller. If you take Ghana Airport Company Limited,
Airport, all of them.
All of them. So there are a lot of them.
So where would you find the data?
So because you would find their data, for some of them too, they are not on SNIT. So those under Cap 30 are not being managed by SNIT, the security services, audit staff, Ghana Audit Service and those people.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking for their data from SNIT, for example, you're not going to find that. Now, I'll give you an example of Ghana Maritime Authority. When we came into office, as at 7th January 2017, they had a total number of employees of 128.
Ghana Maritime.
Ghana Maritime.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Has Christianity always been one of the religions in the world to you?
Oh, hallelujah. Praise God. Christianity is not a religion, neither is it a joining of a church and doing the Christian things like praying and giving and so on. Hallelujah. Christianity is the outworking of God's own kind of life, received